Everyday Encounters, Mission in the Small Moments by Amy Olrick. My dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry, because human anger does not produce the righteousness that God desires. James chapter 1, verses 19 and 20. Standing at the post office, I felt my stomach clench in frustration. My day had already been stressful, and now a package I'd been waiting on for a week was missing. The woman behind the counter told me she could see on the computer that the package was sitting in an unstaffed warehouse. She'd send someone there to find it the next day. "But I paid for overnight delivery," I protested, voice raised in exasperation. "An unstaffed warehouse? This is unacceptable." We exchanged a few more words before I walked out, upset and defeated. My son had been with me through the exchange. He cleared his throat as we climbed into the car. "Mom, I know you're annoyed about the package, but it wasn't that woman's fault. You shouldn't have gotten angry at her." My stomach tightened again, this time with shame. I started to protest, then I hung my head. "I know, you're right. I hate it when I get mad like that." I'd added undeserved stress to the postal clerk's day and embarrassed my kid in the process. When I was 20, I decided to follow Jesus as an adult. My pastor asked me to select a verse to read at my baptism. After careful consideration, I chose 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 7. "But we have this treasure in jars of clay, to show that the surpassing power belongs to God and not to us." At the time, I loved the mental image of the gracious, all-surpassing love of God spilling out through my cracks, overflowing love to the people around me, shining Christ all around. But more times than I'd like to admit, different things overflow from within me. Things like impatience, frustration, and lack of understanding about other people's situations. What do people see when they look at me then? Does how I act to those around me, my witness to the world, make them curious about my faith or eager to get away? When I'm feeling demoralized, I try to remember that God purposely chose to dwell in the earthen vessel of my humanness. Christ within me offers merciful grace to learn from my mistakes, apologize when I am wrong or act poorly, and then try again. I will never be perfect, but people don't need perfection. They just need me to try not to be a jerk. Real, lasting relationships are forged when I'm courageous enough to admit my failings, listen to how my actions affect others, and show love even when I don't feel loving. Life is hard for a lot of people right now. Sometimes it feels hard for me too. But I have hope. God's grace is a treasure I carry within me, and His mercies are new every morning. In our families, schools, work, and communities, no matter our mistakes, every day is a new day to begin again. May we offer Christ's love and grace wherever we go. When was the last time you responded in frustration instead of grace? Take time today to wonder about your reactions and consider how your actions and attitude today affect the people around you. How could you intentionally reflect Christ's love even in difficult or stressful situations?